If we switch to electric vehicles instead of cars with internal combustion engines, what kind of roads will we drive on them? Perhaps on plastic ones, and this is not a joke, but a real project. The main idea is to use recycled plastic to create modules, similar to Lego, that are assembled into roads, and if desired, parking lots, sidewalks, playgrounds, and other infrastructure elements. The press notes that the solution can withstand temperatures from -40 to +80 degrees Celsius, is much faster to install, and provides cavities for pipes, wires, and other things. Moreover, such roads can be equipped with heating, creating a sustainable infrastructure of the next generation. The developers are confident in their creation, which can be seen, for example, at the main airport in the Netherlands, Schiphol. A typical picture is a pedestrian glued to a smartphone and not paying attention to everything around them while walking along a familiar route on autopilot. The first intersection a driver encounters may be one where they don't have time to react to a zombie who is calmly walking right under their wheels. To help pedestrians, there are beacons that, when approached at a certain distance, take up the entire smartphone screen with a warning to stop playing games, scrolling social media, and other important things, and to look up and cross the road according to the rules. According to representatives of the German police, this is a good idea. Next, the development is for large industrial enterprises, where movement is quite intensive. However, the equipment is very expensive, and regular metal barriers are not very convenient. They not only deform themselves but also damage the equipment and the floor. Therefore, one of the British companies has been promoting an alternative since 1984: barriers made of elastic plastic. As of today, the company supplies barriers to 60 countries, with giants like Heineken and IKEA having already purchased them. The elastic construction withstands the impact of 5-ton vehicles moving at 10 km/h, and the flexible structure prevents damage to the floor. Servicing and replacing the barriers are much easier than with metal analogs. As for road marking material, a special thermoplastic with a thickness of 1 to 3 mm is an ideal solution for high traffic areas, such as highways, as well as for updating pedestrian crossings, parking spaces, and more. For example, the video shows a pedestrian crossing and an area near a school. One of the advantages is a long service life, which reduces the expenses of city authorities. Additionally, the material consists of only 2 components, is eco-friendly, and has good adhesion, meaning it reliably sticks to the surface. You may have already seen a variety of solar panels in your life. However, this project from Hungary has something new to offer, because now it's possible to lay the panels not only on the roof of a house or a car but also directly on the ground. The innovative and environmentally friendly material, based on recycled plastic, is noted by the developers as a significant step towards changing architecture, because such panels can easily fit into urban spaces. The process has already started, with about 2.5 square kilometers of panels installed and around 440,000 kilowatt-hours generated. The tiles are non-slip, resistant to vandals and bad weather, and can even withstand parked cars. The lifespan is longer than that of concrete, and the installation process is not much different from that of regular pavement tiles. There are also many electric cars on the planet, and as of 2021, experts have counted around 16.5 million of them. Many countries have their own developments in this area. In Sweden, they are already testing roads that will charge electric cars while driving. This very project is what adorned today's issue. The first section, 2 kilometers long, opened in 2018 and runs between Stockholm and the airport. Stockholm-Arlanda works the same way. The pavement is divided into 50-meter sections with embedded contact rails. Only a receiver is installed on the bottom of the car, and the power is automatically supplied. Payment is also automatic. The system calculates how much energy the car consumed and deducts the money from the owner's account. The solution is suitable for both cars and trucks, and working on such projects is part of the Swedish authorities' plan to reduce the number of internal combustion engine cars. Ordering traffic on the territory can be troublesome with barriers, so an alternative is this tire killer. It helps organize traffic in the right direction and protects from uninvited guests. Therefore, the idea is relevant for both city streets and enterprise territories. The idea is simple. Spikes with a height of 5 centimeters fold down only if the driver is going in the right direction. Another violator who doesn't follow the rules and goes the wrong way will have to deal with punctured tires and wait for a tow truck. The solution is easier to install than barriers and checkpoints. Individual models can be ordered, and and the standard version has a width of 1.2 meters and 10 spikes. Two versions are available based on the type of speed bump and for deeper installation into the ground. Do you know when the so-called cat's eye reflectors were patented in May 1935, which is more than 80 years ago? The idea belongs to a British road worker, and the initial design involved marble blocks and rubber. Reflectors are still successfully used today, but now they are made of more modern materials, such as aluminum and polycarbonate. The structure can withstand cars and is ready for secondary processing. Under the protective cover is a retro-reflector or a corner reflector, thanks to which the light beam returns strictly in the opposite direction to the source, helping the driver not to lose their way in the dark and feel confident on unlit areas. Once experts counted how many bicycles there are in the world, and it turned out to be approximately 580 million pieces. No wonder many countries have long been thinking about organizing cycling, and such separators help protect bike lanes from particularly bold drivers. The name of the separator corresponds to its colors, zebra. The separator materials are made of a mixture of various waste materials, such as hoses, cable jackets, and other items. They come in several sizes and shapes. For example, there are decorative zebra planters. In any case, the separators do not have sharp edges and are clearly visible even at night, with the stripes reflecting light. They are mounted on anchors and are widely used, for example, in Scotland, Romania, and the USA. What do you think? How safe are pedestrian crossings in some countries today? The statistics are quite sad. For example, in Russia, in 2020, 40% of pedestrian accidents occurred on crossings. So engineers continue to work on the issue of safety and sometimes implement strange solutions. The authors write that one of the safety problems of crossings is that pedestrians do not always make sure it is safe to cross, and drivers do not always let them pass. The solution is a crossing where the markings transform into a barrier, which is not so much a serial product as a clever PR project and a reminder to treat each other with respect. Another project to improve pedestrian crossings is an intelligent zebra crossing. The principle of operation is simple. During the day, the zebra crossing activates a flashing yellow light when a pedestrian appears on the road, and at night, a second level of lighting is activated so that the driver can clearly see where the pedestrian is, even in the dark. The development is simple to install and does not require power from the grid, as everything is powered by solar energy. A special monitoring system allows you to control the operation of the zebra crossing from a smartphone, and in case of problems, the smart system will send an SMS or email. Plus, the developers promise that all this is cheaper than a regular traffic light. What can be invented to upgrade speed bumps? The author of this project did not just make an electronic version, but changed the concept itself. The development is called Actibump, and thanks to radar, it detects the speed of approaching cars. If you drive within the speed limit, the plate remains stationary. If you exceed the speed limit, the plate drops by about 6 centimeters, which is quite unpleasant for the suspension. Actibump also helps the environment. If you drive within the speed limit, you will not need unnecessary braking and acceleration. This means that fuel will be saved. During tests on one of the roads in Sweden, the number of speed limit violations was reduced by 95%. The next development is reminiscent of fishing nets, only instead of catching fish, it helps to catch cars, for example, those that have been stolen or lost control. This is a good solution for railway crossings, drawbridges, and other similar objects. The width of the net varies from 4.6 to 30.5 meters, and it is capable of stopping vehicles weighing up to 41 tons. This installation method reduces the risk of fatal outcomes and is suitable for installation on concrete roads. If necessary, trees and soil can be used as attachment points. After use, the system is easy to restore. Moreover, it can be easily moved to the required location on the road, and of course, it is suitable for intersections.